So the probiotics, the good bacteria, they can do some awesome things for our dogs and our cats. These are 5 new studied pet health conditions that they can really help with. Are you looking to learn more about natural pet health and wellness? You've come to the right place. Click the link to subscribe to Veterinary Secrets. Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Andrew Jones, and I'm having a brand new webinar, and you're invited. Why your dog and cat need probiotics. Nature's way to keep your pet healthy and treat disease. What we know about probiotics for dogs and cats. Diabetes in pets, the most important natural remedies. The gut-brain axis, how probiotics can help your anxious dog or cat. Allergic skin disease in dogs, home remedies that really stop the itching. Keys to boosting immune response, antibiotic alternatives. Top remedies for dog and cat dental disease. Natural ways to treat yeast in your pets. What's most important in choosing a right probiotic supplement? Side effects of probiotics. You should know this. The webinar is free. It's happening Tuesday, September 24th at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can click the link in the box below to sign up. So what is this? What is a probiotic anyway? Turns out that there are trillions of bacteria in you and I, in our dogs, in our cats. And most of those bacteria, they're good. That's why they're called probiotics. They're a positive, good bacteria. But during times of stress, illness, disease, perhaps your dog or cat's been on an antibiotic, that can modify the microflora, those good bacteria, and that can cause your dog or cat to be sick. Just think of the day-to-day stressors. Your dog's running around outside, aka little Tula. She chooses to inhale a mushroom. She gets clinically sick, vomiting, diarrhea. That's going to upset her gut microflora. She doesn't have the same amount of probiotics. The probiotics that you can supplement with, maybe even in the form of yogurt, that could speed resolution of that diarrhea to make a big difference in the health of your dog. The fascinating thing is, as we learn more and more about probiotics, they are like key. They're way up there in our own health, in our pet's health. They are affecting virtually every body system. And they make such a big difference in our ability to, number one, prevent disease, stay healthy, and then secondarily treat so many of the diseases. They're making nutrients. They play key roles in the immune system and immune response. They even help manufacture some of the immune fighting cells. They're communicating with the brain, with the other organs. If you have the right bacteria in your dog or cat's mouth, you're going to see less gingivitis. Why? It's because of those probiotics. Personally, I've been a huge believer in probiotics, and I've consumed them on a daily basis for probably the last 30 years. Most of the time it's in yogurt, but I'm taking a probiotic daily. That's how important I think they are. These are my top 5 new study benefits for our pets that you likely don't know about. One study in dogs of a probiotic called Lactobacillus fermentum. It showed that it can actually lower fasting blood glucose. A probiotic, lowering blood sugar. It's kind of the holy grail of diabetes. Obviously, there's many other things going on, and there's a bunch of other remedies you'd be considering with diabetes, i.e. a low-carb diet, i.e. some other hypoglycemics. But probiotics, they could be additional key to help your diabetic dog or cat. Number 2, helping for viral infections. As you know, we don't have many good conventional options for our dogs or cats that have viral infections. Likewise with people. Most of the time, we're just hoping that your immune system can respond appropriately and you can defeat that virus, i.e. COVID. One really common virus that we see in our animals is the herpes virus, especially our cats. Many cats can have herpes virus chronically. My last cat, Cleo, he had this chronic recurring flu, this chronic repeated eye infection. He had an ongoing herpes virus infection. So one probiotic called Enterococcus was studied, and it was shown that when it was given to cats that had this chronic herpes virus infection, it lessened morbidity, i.e. they became less sicker. It was actually targeting the virus. So that has some great applications for many of our dogs or cats. Thinking of our animals, dogs getting parvovirus, our cats having the cat flu. Having a probiotic being an antiviral, it's an awesome option. Number 3, parasitic diseases, Giardia. Giardia, it is really common in our animals, especially for our dogs. They're indiscriminate eaters. They eat things, they drink out of ponds they shouldn't have. Next thing you know, they're coming up with diarrhea. And I often diagnose this in veterinary practice. But sometimes these dogs aren't incredibly sick, so it can be difficult to diagnose. It's really difficult to find a Giardia cyst anytime you're doing a fecal flotation, so often you might just symptomatically treat them. Turns out, you should be considering a probiotic. So in this one study of dogs that had Giardia, they found that then when they gave the probiotic, it was another Enterococcus probiotic, along with metronidazole, they saw a hastening and a resolution of the diarrhea so much quicker. So they're using it in combination therapy. They used a conventional treatment along with the probiotic. And guess what? These dogs got better quicker. Ta-da! Number 4, dental disease. We now understand that there's a whole bunch of things going on within your dog or cat's mouth and our mouth when we have dental disease. We have this standard bacteria called the microbiome. Those good bacteria, the probiotics, they're inhabiting our mouth. There are millions of those are usually in our mouth. If the microbiome gets upset, i.e. with foods that we eat, foods we give our dog, an antibiotic, that can lead to gingivitis, gum inflammation. Then we get plaque that turns into tartar, which causes inflammation along the gum line. Turns out now that the probiotics, they may be beneficial for our dogs and cats that have dental disease. There have been studies now with some of the lactobacillus species on our dogs and cats with gingivitis, that's gum inflammation. They've seen lessened gingivitis. There's been studies also with bifidobacterium. Once again, given to our dogs and cats with dental disease, they've seen lessened gingivitis. One study, they're actually looking at these cats that have had gingivostomatitis, and these were immunosuppressed cats. So this is a condition where you get this serious inflammation on the gum itself, and it's raw, red, really painful, super difficult to treat veterinary-wise. It actually gave a specific probiotic called Lactobacillus plantarum, and what they found, they saw, was actually resolution of some of the clinical signs. Less inflammation, less pain, less bad breath. These cats started to improve on that specific probiotic. And I personally think that could be huge. I mean, Tula does not let me do very much with her mouth. So I can open her mouth, but she won't let me like hand scale her teeth, not in a million years. But if I could give a probiotic to help her teeth, darn arts I would. And I think it's a great option for our dog and cats. Then number 5, urinary tract disease. The probiotic's been extensively studied in people, and some claims they're finding some evidence that can decrease the likelihood, the recurrence of repeated urinary tract infections. Because we know these probiotics, they can be immune modulators. They're boosting the immune response. The immune system will respond better, able to recognize bacteria where it shouldn't be, deal with that infection before it turns out into full-blown bladder infection. There was one really interesting study where they used a probiotic combination, a bunch of different lactobacillus species, as well as bifidobacterium species. They were looking at cats that had FLUTD, feline lower urinary tract disease. So these cats are having repeated bouts of straining to urinate, bladder inflammation. So as a sole treatment, they just used the probiotic combination, and they found that that was effective in managing this FLUTD. Just the probiotic. And they said it was for 3 reasons. Number 1, the probiotics, they're bactericidal, in case there's any bacteria causing it. They're anti-inflammatory, decreasing bladder inflammation. And 3, they're immune modulator in terms of they're mobilizing the immune system so it can be more effective. That's all happening with probiotics. That's huge. So you can see why, as Terry does in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I, Andrew the vet, eat probiotics, whether it's in the form of yogurt or not. I eat these every single day because they can do so many positive things. So anyway, they can do it for our dogs and our cats as well as ourselves, I'm hoping. If you have a dog or cat with any of the conditions we just discussed, I encourage you to try a probiotic supplement for your pet. And I really encourage you to sign up for a brand new webinar, Why Your Dog and Cat Need Probiotics, Nature's Way to Keep Your Pet Healthy and Treat Disease. We're going to be covering everything you need to know about probiotics, how to choose the right probiotic supplement, what probiotic supplement can be most beneficial for your dog or cat's health condition. I'm going to be covering the best home remedies for allergies, diabetes, dental disease, anxiety, how to control yeast naturally, what to do about urinary tract disease, best natural antivirals, what to do about chronic vomiting and diarrhea. The webinar is free. It's happening Tuesday, September 24th at 5 p.m. Pacific. You're invited. Click the link in the box below to sign up.